The financial world is a game of rules that, for most people, are unknown and often misunderstood. From an early age, we are conditioned to follow a traditional mindset that says the key to financial success is to work hard, pursue a stable career, and accumulate wealth gradually and linearly. While this mindset may have worked in the past for many, it is far from sufficient to achieve true financial freedom today. This is something I learned in a practical and profound way throughout my journey, and what was taught to me by my rich dad completely transformed my perspective on how money really works. My rich dad always told me that the true key to wealth is not in working harder, but in understanding how the global financial system works, and more importantly, how you can position yourself strategically to make money work for you. He taught me that the current financial system is sustained by a continuous process of printing money without backing, which over time devalues the currency and generates an unpayable debt. This process largely benefits the rich, but leaves ordinary people in a constant struggle for more working hours and higher taxes. The real change happens when you learn how to use this system to your advantage. Instead of continuing to play the game like everyone else, my rich dad taught me that true financial freedom is achieved when you begin to build assets that generate constant cash flow, instead of relying solely on salaries that are increasingly eroded by taxes and inflation. He showed me that, in order to succeed, you need to learn how to use the structure of the financial system intelligently, just like the big entrepreneurs and investors do. This is the real path to wealth, understanding how assets work, how money can be multiplied strategically, and how financial education is the key to escaping the traps of the traditional work and financial system. On the other hand, my poor dad was a highly educated man with a PhD and vast academic experience, and he always considered himself a dedicated worker. For him, the key to success lay in continuous effort, hard work, and dedication to a stable career. He firmly believed that success would be achieved by trading time for money and building a solid career over the years. His mantra was simple: the more you worked, the more you would have. This was his philosophy, and while it provided a comfortable life for him, it also kept him trapped in the traditional work system, never looking beyond the boundaries of the conventional financial model. In contrast, my rich dad had a completely different perspective on money and work. While not as academic, he had a powerful and strategic financial vision that not only challenged what I saw around me, but also opened my eyes to a completely new way of viewing financial life. My rich dad taught me that true wealth is not about working more, but about understanding and applying the fundamental principles of the financial system. He constantly challenged me to think outside the box, to look for alternatives, and to discover ways to achieve financial freedom without solely depending on personal effort. He made me realize that the key to wealth lies in how you make money work for you, not the other way around. One of the most impactful lessons my rich dad taught me was through a book called Mark Time, which tells the story of how a child, instead of doing the physical work of painting a fence, managed to convince other children to do it for her. What is most interesting about the story is not just the fact that the child managed to get others to work for her, but how she turned the work into something appealing and motivating for the others. Instead of simply demanding that the other children work, she made the work interesting by creating a situation where they saw a real benefit for themselves. This seemingly simple story carries a powerful lesson about how people can be motivated to work for you. And more importantly, it taught me the philosophy my rich dad shared with me. Always seek for others to work hard for you, and more importantly, make your money work hard for you. This approach of working smart instead of working hard was one of the greatest lessons I learned. Unlike the traditional mindset that says we must work more hours or do more tasks to achieve wealth, my rich dad made me understand that true wealth lies in using resources strategically so that both work and money work for you. Unfortunately, many people continue to be trapped in a cycle of dissatisfaction and discontentment, eagerly awaiting the arrival of Friday, as they cannot find joy or meaning in what they do during the week. They feel stuck in a job that does not motivate them, does not fulfill them, and deep down does not contribute to their financial freedom. They see work as a burden, waiting for the weekend as a temporary escape from the exhausting routine. But the truth is, while these people continue waiting for freedom, a minority has already understood that the true key to achieving financial freedom is adopting a different approach. True freedom comes from learning how to make money work for you, seeking opportunities that do not require a direct trade of time for money, and building a financial flow system that does not depend on constant effort. This change of mindset was undoubtedly the most powerful lesson my rich dad taught me. He showed me that the true key to achieving my dreams and financial goals lies in how I use my time, resources, and money, financial education, and the ability to understand and apply the principles of the financial system are essential to escaping the traps of the traditional work model. This knowledge was crucial for my journey toward financial freedom, and now I see life and money in a completely different way. Many people work tirelessly, day after day, eagerly awaiting the arrival of Sunday, as it symbolizes the only time they can rest a little before returning to their daily routine on Monday. This cycle seems endless, and most of these people find themselves trapped in this rhythm, seeking only the weekend as an escape valve. But there is a huge difference between these people and those who achieve financial independence. Like me, many who have reached financial freedom work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. However, what sets us apart is the way we work. We are not bound to the traditional concept of hard work. Instead, we work in an intelligent and strategic way, and the main reason we love what we do is because we are constantly challenged to solve problems and create solutions. This is the true key to wealth, finding pleasure in the process rather than just waiting for the reward at the end of the week. While most people work exhaustively to earn money, not realizing that each extra hour worked means more taxes, the rich have a completely different approach. They do not limit themselves to trading time for money. They create systems and assets that generate money passively, meaning that even when they are not physically involved in the process, they continue to earn money. This is the secret that few understand. The rich do not work for money. They invest in assets that independently continue to generate wealth for them. This allows them to pay fewer taxes because in the tax system, it is the owners of assets who benefit from more favorable taxation. If you change your mindset and start investing in assets, your financial situation can improve significantly. The tax system was designed to reward those who build and maintain assets. My rich dad taught me that assets are responsible for putting money in your pocket, regardless of whether you are actively working or not. On the other hand, liabilities, such as a home that requires maintenance and monthly payments, take money out of your pocket. Investing in assets, such as rental properties, for example, creates a source of passive income, which is essential for building wealth. Unfortunately, many people struggle financially because they buy liabilities thinking they are acquiring assets. I know friends who constantly say they need more work hours or a better job to improve their situation, but they don't realize they are stuck in a vicious cycle of working more and more to earn a little more money. They believe that by working more, they will get closer to wealth, but they are simply heading in the wrong direction. This is not sustainable and will not lead to any major financial outcome. The true secret to wealth lies in investing correctly and learning how to work smart. The real problem is that many people believe that relentless effort will lead them to wealth, but the key to financial freedom lies in how you work and, most importantly, what you invest in. The current financial system, as it is structured, is in decay. The government has been printing money since 1971, but instead of solving the problem, this practice has only created a bigger crisis. Recently, trillions of dollars were printed, which only worsens the situation, as the system is clearly out of control. To illustrate the magnitude of this problem, just think about $1 trillion. If you spent $1 per second, it would take you about 35,000 years to spend $1 trillion. Yet, the government has printed between $3 and $4 trillion in recent months. This is a clear indication that the financial system is bankrupt and can no longer sustain itself. They are creating an even greater crisis instead of fixing the situation. What few people understand is that the dollar, as we know it today, is not real. What we use is not genuine money, but an invention of the system called fiat currency. This money is nothing more than a promise of payment, a credit, based on the creation of debt. The true value of money has disappeared, and what we have now are empty promises. The financial system was created in such a way that ordinary people end up paying for it, while those who understand the financial game, the rich, are well positioned to take advantage of the opportunities offered by debt and credit. True financial education, which no one teaches in schools, is understanding that money, as it exists today, is just a system of credit and debt. To build wealth, you need to learn how to use this system to your advantage. This is what my rich dad taught me. He knew that to be truly rich, you shouldn't work more for money, but instead learn to make money work for you. And that begins with building assets that generate a source of passive wealth, a strategy that many people still don't understand, but which is essential to achieving true financial freedom. The modern financial system, in which governments have the almost unlimited ability to print money, creates a complex and often unjust dynamic. As governments inject more money into the economy, the value of that currency tends to decrease, which creates a cycle of inflation. For you, the worker, this means that the money you earn loses value over time, requiring you to work even more to maintain your purchasing power. However, true wealth creation is not about how much you earn or how hard you work, but about how you think and act in relation to money. This concept is crucial to understanding the difference between those who are always struggling to survive financially and those who achieve true financial freedom. The key point is understanding that the human mind plays a decisive role in generating wealth. When you begin to think differently about money, you start to open doors to opportunities that once seemed unattainable. People who occupy the right side of the quadrant, such as business owners and investors, do not worry about the government printing more money. Why? Because they have learned to create their own currency instead of relying on the value printed by governments. These people have discovered that by understanding how the financial system works and putting money to work for them, they can achieve financial freedom that most people can't even dream of. They don't rely on inflation or fiscal policies to achieve financial security. They have built income sources that operate independently of economic instability. This strategic view of money is what sets them apart. It's not about earning more money or working more hours. It's about understanding the power of leverage, how to make your money work for you while you focus on growing and expanding your assets. Instead of being just another cog in the system working hard to pay bills and taxes, the wealthy seek to build assets that generate continuous cash flow. This is something that isn't taught in schools, which is why those who have this knowledge have a clear advantage over most. They know that by investing and building businesses, they can control their wealth and no longer need to rely on job market fluctuations or government prints. The secret is mastering the art of creating value, and in doing so, creating income sources that operate independently of your daily work. Right now, the rampant printing of dollars and other currencies around the world is creating a tumultuous financial landscape, but this should not concern you. Instead of worrying about the external aspects of the economy, you should focus your energy on one thing: moving to the right side of the quadrant. If you can do that, the financial game changes completely. The key is not how much you earn from work, but how you put your resources to work, creating value and wealth strategically. Now imagine this in your mind. You own a business. You're the boss, the leader. But the most important thing is that you don't need to be physically present for the business to run. You've hired competent people to work for you. Now you could be at the beach, in another city, or even in another country, and your business is running, making a profit, even while you enjoy your freedom. This happens because you've created a business model that operates autonomously, where people work for you and get paid for it. So while you relax, the business continues making money. The same concept applies to investors, but it's even more powerful when you grasp it fully. Those who have achieved true financial freedom do not rely on a salary or hourly wages. Instead, they have investments that generate a continuous passive income stream. These are investments such as real estate, dividend stocks, businesses, or other assets that produce cash flow without requiring daily involvement. As a result, they can earn money while doing things they enjoy, whether it's sleeping, watching a movie, traveling, or even spending time with family and friends. Money, in this scenario, is working for them. They've created systems and acquired assets that work to generate income on autopilot, no matter where they are or what they're doing. This liberates them from the traditional grind of working for a paycheck, allowing them to focus on what matters most to them. This is the true wealth game, and there's simply no other way to play it if you want long-term success. The quadrant you occupy directly determines your financial stability and future. If you're on the left side, where traditional work and the exchange of time for money exist, you'll always be confined by the limitations of that system. Your income will always be tied to your direct labor, which creates a constant struggle to keep up with inflation, rising living costs, and heavy taxation. These pressures can prevent you from building real wealth or growing your financial freedom. On the other hand, if you manage to move to the right side of the quadrant, where money works for you and you leverage the efforts of others, financial freedom becomes an achievable and tangible reality. This shift is the key to building lasting wealth and a legacy that can continue growing long after you're gone. By creating income-generating assets and making wise investments, you put money to work for you, instead of constantly working for money. This is what truly defines long-term financial success, building something that outlives you, that works while you sleep, and that gives you the freedom to live life on your own terms. It's critical to understand that the real secret to wealth creation is not simply about working more hours or waiting for a raise. It's about shifting the way you think about and interact with money. By moving to the right side of the quadrant, where business owners and investors operate, you begin to create financial freedom that goes far beyond the constraints of traditional employment. While the majority of people remain stuck in the cycle of trading time for money, those who master the art of investing and building assets are creating self-sustaining systems that generate wealth autonomously. The key is to learn how to make money work for you instead of continuing to trade your time and effort for a paycheck. This is the path to real financial stability, where freedom is not just a fleeting dream, but a reality that you can enjoy. It all starts with a change in mindset, understanding that the way you invest your time and resources will determine your future. The game of wealth is, above all, a mental game. The way you approach money and your ability to navigate and manipulate the financial system to your benefit ultimately defines your level of success. Those who understand this dynamic play the game to win, not just to survive. True financial freedom comes when you break free from the worker mindset and begin thinking like an investor, a creator of assets, someone who knows how to make money work for them, rather than the other way around. When you start investing in businesses, real estate, or other income-generating assets, you stop being a passive player in the economy and become the architect of your own financial life. You gain control over your wealth, and over time, that control compounds into greater success and freedom. Understanding that wealth is created through building assets and using money intelligently is the key that unlocks everything. It is not just about earning money, it's about how you manage and deploy it. When you strategically invest your time, energy, and financial resources into creating passive income streams and self-sustaining businesses, you place yourself in a position of power. This power comes not from working tirelessly at a job for 40-plus hours a week, but from making smart, calculated financial decisions that set the stage for long-term prosperity. It's about leveraging your resources to create wealth that works for you, not the other way around. This shift in perspective, learning how to use money as a tool to create value, fundamentally separates the wealthy from the rest. Those who have truly mastered the financial system know that the traditional work ethic, while valuable, is not enough to secure lasting wealth. They do not play by the rules of the average worker. Instead, they create their own rules, bending the system to their advantage and ensuring that money flows toward them, not from them. The foundation of wealth creation lies in this transformation of mindset. The first and most crucial step toward achieving true financial freedom is to adopt a mindset that sees money as an instrument for growth and opportunity. The wealth game is both mental and strategic. It's based on creating value, identifying opportunities, and building assets that continue to appreciate over time. When you start thinking about money not just as something to be earned by trading hours for dollars, but as something to be leveraged for greater opportunities, you unlock a whole new realm of possibilities. It's not just about working harder, it's about working smarter, thinking long-term, and building a system of wealth that sustains itself. As you embrace this shift in thinking, you begin to open doors that once seemed closed. Opportunities that you may have once believed were beyond your reach now become tangible. At this point, you'll realize that the real secret to creating wealth lies within you. It's not an elusive external factor. It's rooted in your mindset, your ability to make wise financial choices, and your capacity to take action when opportunities present themselves. Wealth creation begins with your ability to perceive money differently. Instead of viewing it as a finite resource to be spent, see it as a tool to generate more wealth. This shift allows you to take more calculated risks, invest with confidence, and move toward financial independence faster than most. The moment you begin to think like an investor, rather than just a worker, your financial landscape changes. No longer do you need to trade your precious time for money. Instead, you start creating multiple streams of income that grow without requiring constant effort on your part. The most powerful aspect of this shift is that it puts you in control. By moving to the right side of the financial quadrant, where business owners and investors operate, you place yourself in a unique position to build wealth without being confined by the limitations of a traditional job. This allows you to create a life of financial freedom, independence, and true success. And this is not a far-off dream or an unreachable ideal. It is a reality that is available to anyone who is willing to shift their mindset and take the necessary steps toward creating wealth. The wealth game is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. Building true wealth requires a mindset focused on growth, resilience, and strategic thinking. Challenges should be seen as opportunities to learn, and with persistence and the right strategies, you can create a legacy that grows over time. By mastering the art of making money work for you, through investments and smart financial decisions, you build a foundation that supports your future. You have the choice to either continue living paycheck to paycheck or take control of your financial destiny by adopting a wealth-building mindset. By making smarter decisions and investing in appreciating assets, you unlock your potential and create a life of financial freedom that extends beyond your working years. This path leads to a legacy of wealth, independence from traditional employment, and the power to live on your own terms. Ultimately, unlocking your financial potential starts with changing your mindset. The game of wealth is a marathon, and your mindset will determine your success. By focusing on building assets and creating value, you can achieve lasting success and live a life of freedom. The key to wealth and success is in your hands.